Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. So another subject that was brought up in a comment, and I appreciated the comment. Guys, listen, just so you guys know, I appreciate your comments because not only does it help me to think, hopefully it helps other people to think that read the comments as well, and we can all glean information from each other. So it's real important. As you can see, it's very overcast and cloudy. So today's topic from the comment the other day was, guy had talked about, do you think that you're safe being out in the country, being out in the woods, as far as when an S.H.T.F situation happens? And so my reply to him was, absolutely not. Because here's the thing. Now, I will say, first of all, do I think my chances are a lot better than somebody that lives in the city or lives in suburbia? Absolutely I do, okay? And we're going to talk about a couple of these things, and we're going to talk about something that he had mentioned as well. Now, yes, in suburbia and in the city, there's going to be a lot more resources available, especially once the people are dying off, and there's going to be a lot more stuff there to utilize. And I agree with that 100%. But why are you going to put yourself in the middle of harm's way in that situation? Now, am I safe out here in the middle of the country, out in the woods and stuff like that? Absolutely not, I'm not safe. But it gives me an advantage in the aspect of everybody out here in the country is armed, okay? I'll be honest with you, everybody's armed. And I believe, I mean, I may be wrong on this assumption, but I believe, because I've talked to a lot of my neighbors, and they're decent people for the most part, I think a lot of people will work together, okay? Because it's just a realistic expectation. They're going to realize that there's safety in numbers. They're going to realize that there's going to be threats that are coming, and if we work together, we're going to be in better shape. Okay. So I mean, and I may be wrong on that. Now, I've already talked to some of my neighbors, and they've agreed that they will work with me if something happens, and so that's awesome too. It's making those connections. But the thing is, the advantage that I look at with being in the country is the population density is not as large as obviously in suburbia and in the cities, okay? When you have a lot of people that don't have any skill sets, that all of a sudden they don't have all their creature comforts that they ever had, and so now they're in desperate need and they're going to do whatever they have to do, okay? Well, the advantage of being in the country is that most of the people out here have some form of basic skill set, either be it hunting, fishing, already have wood stoves in their homes because of the fact, and I'm going by New York, okay, in the Northeast. They have a wood stove because they know that they're going to need to heat with wood. And most of us up here in where I live, the area, they heat with wood, and they have like a propane backup, okay? But, having that advantage. Now listen, this is the way I look at it too, okay? Let's say an S.H.T.F situation happens. I might have a week or two before things really get hairy up here, okay? Where if you are in the city or in suburbia, it could be 3 or 4 days and you're going to be in some hairy stuff. So those are things to think about, okay? So yes, I believe that I have an advantage being out here. Do I think I'm safe? Absolutely not. And that's why I have people coming to me that plan on working with me, and we're going to do things together, okay? So that's something that I really wanted to talk about, because it's important to talk about. Just because I'm out here in the country and I moved out of the suburbia and got away from the cities and stuff like that, no, I'm not safe. There's plenty of people around all over. The population density, everywhere there's people. But out here it's a lot less, okay? So the threat level is not going to be as high as, say, in your cities or in suburbia. When you have a whole ton of people that have zero skill sets, that are like starving, and their kids are starving, and they're going to do whatever they have to do to feed those kids. So that's something that I want you guys to think about, okay? That's why I always talk about get out of the cities, get out of suburbia if you can, okay, and get yourself out farther out into the country. Because number one, like I said, you're going to be dealing with people that are more geared towards this type of lifestyle, okay, number one. There's people out here that can help you. They can show you how to do stuff. That can teach you, and they're willing to teach you. And the mindset in the country and the mindset in the city and suburbia is like night and day. I mean, people out here are decent. It's and I don't want to say that everybody in suburbia or the city is not decent. That's not what I'm saying. But it's a lot more rush, rush, rush. They're very selfish. A lot of people are. They're only thinking of themselves. Where it's more of a laid-back mentality once you get out into the country. Okay, and yes, there is country in New York. So just so you guys know. I remember when I went into service, they said, "Where do you live?" And I said, "New York." "Oh, New York City, huh?" I'm like, "No, dude, New York is way bigger than just New York City." But automatically, the assumption was when you said you were from New York, you were from New York City. So I just thought that was funny. I'm just throwing that out there. But I said, I live in the freaking country. So, I mean, I grew up on a farm as a kid. So, I mean, it's like, it is what it is. But anyway, yes, the advantage is much, much better to be out here than as opposed to being in the city or suburbia. There is always going to be that threat. You're going to have other threats coming. You're going to have, at some point, you would have armed gangs looking to loot, going house to house and stuff like that. That's why I believe a lot of people will work together. You're going to have people, you're going to have people from the city that know the area that are going to say, hey, I go out here and I know this area, we can go out there, we can be safe. Well, they might not be able to get out here at that point, okay? I mean, you don't know. I mean, it really depends on the event and what's happening and what's going on. I mean, if there was a martial law, they're not going anywhere. So, you don't know. I mean, there's so many variables that could happen. It's like, and I hate when people say, well, what do you think's going to happen? Well, I don't know what's going to happen. Something in my gut tells me that I need to be ready, and that's what I try to do. So, that's all you can do. And so anyway, but the thing is, yes, I know that I'm not safe out here. I live in a house that's made of wood that can be shot right through. I understand that, okay? So, those things are there. They're reality, okay? So they would have to be dealt with, obviously, like that. You would... There's so many different things, and I have plans in place already, okay, as far as security and stuff like that, if an S.H.T.F situation happened. But, if you think that bugging in the city or in suburbia is the way to go, you better have a safe room. Let's put it like that. That would be my suggestion. Have a safe room where you could barricade yourself in. They don't realize that you are in that area and you have a lot of supplies in that area, because I'm telling you guys, they will be coming house to house. They will rape, pillage, and burn, okay? It's gonna happen. That's the reality of it, okay? That is the reality of it. So, putting yourself in a situation where you can be okay and safe. If you can have a safe room and you're in suburbia and you can have a lot of supplies and you can get into that area and you can be okay, go for it, okay? Because then you could ride it out and then you can come out 3 weeks later maybe, and then, the numbers are going to be greatly reduced. They really will be. But if that's not an option for you to have that safe room, there's other things that you need to do. And like I said, if you can do it now, and I will say this over and over and over again, if you can do it now, get out of your cities, get out of suburbia, and get farther out into the country. Connect with decent people out in the country, okay? And you just do the best you can. And then if you can't, like I said, if you can't get out of the city and you can't get out of suburbia, think about that safe room. Really, really, that's, that's realistically, I think, in my opinion, one of the only ways that you would survive is by having a safe room, especially in suburbia. City is kind of tough to have a safe room in a city, especially if you're living in an apartment. But, you just do the best you can. And but anyway, no, in the country we're not safe, but we're safer, okay? We have a better advantage. We have, better opportunities to survive long haul. I'm thinking long haul, guys. I'm not thinking of surviving tomorrow. I'm thinking of surviving a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the road, year after year from that point on. And it's going to be some hard, hairy stuff going on. I'm telling you right now, But the thing is, it's like it was a really good question that the guy asked me, and I gave him an absolutely honest answer. Nope, I do not think I am safe just because I live in the country. You know, there's bad people everywhere. There really, truly is. So, anyway, please like, comment, share. Tell me what your thoughts on the video are. I'd love to hear your interactions, what you guys think, and we can go from there. That exchange of information and sharing of information is really, really key. And I love listening to the sounding board of everybody else and their thoughts of everything. So remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day how you feel. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. Okay? And just remember, it's STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. Nobody can hold you back except for you. And if you work at things methodically, things get done. I mean, they really, truly do. And so just keep plugging away and you're going to be fine. Okay? I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.